what a wonderful, wonderful day it looks like. A beautiful, beautiful blue sky with lots of sun. Later on this morning, going out with one of my coaching development groups, we're going for a walk, which is going to be absolutely amazing. So, yeah, really looking forward to that. But today we're talking about growth mindsets and how potentially we can use that to help ourselves in business. Um, but there's something that I just want to pick up on. There's a lot of talk about growth mindset being the ideal for business. Um, and what a growth mindset is being able to adapt to situations that are facing us rather than carrying on with the same old mechanism, which actually the adage goes, we get the same old result, don't we? So I just want to lay to one myth. Everybody talks about moving from fixed to a growth mindset. However, there are times that actually a fixed mindset is really, really useful. And this can be just perseverance and resilience to trying to achieve a particular goal. So, for example, I have a deadline at the end of this month for my corporation tax. This deadline is really important for me because I just want to make sure that I don't upset the tax man and that everybody can have a look at the business and see what's going on with it. However, if I do a growth mindset, I'll be looking at different ways that I can do it more effectively and all that sort of stuff. Bottom line, guys, I just need to get on. I just need to do it. So we need to think about that. So the difference between fixed and growth mindset is very much a case of fixed, you are going down the same track. The growth mindset, the track may have sidings, it may have fast lanes which you can jump into. Okay, that's the way my mind thinks about it. And there's a direct correlation between that growth mindset and what we see in some of the personality factors such as the Big Five or Hogan personality index with the adaptability scale. So what can we do when we want to move towards a growth mindset? Because there is something here that we need to be nimble, we need to be agile in what we're doing. So the first thing that I look at is how can we embrace challenges. It's very easy for us to say, no, I'm not going to do this because I don't like the look of it or something. But if we embrace challenges and embrace the new, then I think we can do really quite well. What that will do is it'll open up our mindset to thinking of things which are outside of the norm. The second thing that I would look at is how we talk to ourselves. So it's very easy again to have an inner dialogue of negativity. And what we need to be thinking about is how do we nurture that towards sort of a positive self-talk habit. And positive self-talk habit means celebrating and being grateful for things which we see around us. So, for example, this weekend is one of my favourite weekends. I love music, as quite a few of you know, and there was a very big band down at Glastonbury, which I watched on the television. It'd have been great to be there, but I'm not sure my body could cope with a weekend of festival. But I saw Coldplay, and Coldplay were playing a song, and Chris Martin is absolutely fantastic, isn't he? Lead singer from Coldplay, such a genuine sort of person. But he had Michael J. Fox on. Michael J. Fox from Back to the Future fame. And Michael is suffering from Parkinson's, which is a debilitating and horrible illness. But Chris Martin brought him on stage and just wanted to say thank you in front of 100,000 people to Michael J. Fox, just to say thank you, because without you we wouldn't have started the band. To me, that is a real positive aspect and a real bit of positive that's coming out of that. Another area that we can improve is about feedback. Do we actually actively seek feedback? As part of my coaching development groups, I often look at gaining feedback, not just for myself, but for people within the group, because this allows us to grow as individuals. It allows us to look with curiosity at things that we may be doing quite well, but also with curiosity at things which we may not be doing well and things which we need to be looking at and improving, which is quite useful. Fourth area, listen, we all make mistakes, don't we? There's various different things we look back on and say, oh, I wish I hadn't done that. This benefit of hindsight could be a great strength if we could be aware of it at the time. Yeah, okay, hindsight. But if we think about how we celebrate those mistakes that we make, maybe those posts that we've written which we got not sure about them, or um, things like I've done now, which is I've run the session today with just a screen up. Deliberate, because I want to play with audio today, by the way. It's just a nice part of my screensaver that you've got there. But if we think about mistakes, how do we then allow ourselves to make more? Because that ultimately is how we learn. The fifth area is then about how we keep going, how we balance our resilience. And last week we spoke a bit about resilience and how we can move ourselves forward with that. And the positive mindset and growth and all that sort of stuff are linked into that. So let's think about how potentially we can build habits and tricks to help build up perseverance. One of the areas which I'm very, very familiar with is setting goals. So, for example, if we set a goal which is too big for us to achieve, then we won't achieve it because it's too big. But if we set a goal which is maybe 10–15% of the way towards achieving that big goal, then that breaks it down, doesn't it? And being able to achieve that 10–15% actually makes a big difference. So, yeah, maybe that's something that you can think about, sort of that 10–15% goal. And the final giveaway for you. So if we think about something that you can easily take away from today, which can increase the positive mindset and the growth attitude, maybe think of one new bit of information that you could dedicate to learning about each day. So maybe spend 15 minutes a day just looking at something new. I'm looking out my window at the moment and I'm looking at my guttering, and I've got a blackbird sat on my gutter, which is just quite amusing actually. But that's something new. I'm just interested to understand what is it that attracts that blackbird to sit where it's sitting at the moment. So there you go. There we have it. First thing, embrace challenges. Second thing, cultivate positive self-talk. Third, seek feedback. Fourth, embrace mistakes. Fifth, embody perseverance. Think about how you can keep ourselves going. And the little gift for you, do this 15-minute exercise each day on learning something new. It could be an exercise in a book, it could be a drawing, it could be just understanding why that blackbird sat on my guttering and started looking at me. Very, very strange. Anyway, I hope you have a great day, hope you have a great week, and welcome to July.